Dafydd Ap Siencyn sometimes is called Owain Glyndwr's child. He wasn't his child, but he was one of those people who became an outlaw. He was of a noble family. He could trace his ancestry back on his father's side to one of the 15 royal families of Gwynedd, and on his mother's side he could trace his ancestry back to Llywelyn ap Llywelyn the Great. So he was of a noble descent, but he became an outlaw simply because of, first, the old penal laws that came into being, which discriminated the Welsh from the English and made Welsh people in their own country second-class citizens. It was basically apartheid at the time. So they were fighting against these new penal laws which had been introduced by the royal family. He can be compared to the Robin Hood of the time. He was camouflaged with green and brown clothes, obviously, and so were his supporters as well. He led a revolt against the Yorkists. He destroyed with his supporters the main garrison of the Yorkists in Denbigh, because if you trace back his ancestry to one of the 15 noble families of Gwynedd, he came from Penmynydd, associated with Henry Tudor VII, isn't it? After destroying the garrison in Denbigh, the king was really annoyed, so he sent his, was it the Earl of Pembroke? I think his name was William Herbert, to destroy everything within the Conwy Valley, from what we call today Llandudno right up to places like Dowyddelan and Ysbyty. And of course this church suffered as a consequence of that in 1468. There are activities on the Saturday the 21st and on the Sunday the 22nd of October. There are activities here in the town. There will be some activities here in the church. Certainly we're utilising Gwyl Castle, just the other side of the river, and obviously the hillside, the mountain and everything. That's where Dafydd Ap Siencyn and his entourage used to exist.